Hi, this is Sunsun Mushy, and I am finally back from my trip. So it's good to be back. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering where I've been the last week, I was in Utah. Woo! I also lost my voice. It's coming back, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, with a full moon coming up, I plan on doing a full moon reading pretty soon. But this is actually going to be a, what are these called, right? Oh, I had it in my head. Fortune cookie reading. So I have three fortune tellings that I have for some time. I got a couple of them when I was in Utah, and I got one of them some time ago. I forgot when it was. But yeah, I got these three, how I feel, lucky pennies. So, basically, pick between 1, 2, or 3, and that'll be your fortune telling, and then we'll get some messages on what the fortune telling is about. So, if you resonate with this penny, this is reading number 1, or I don't know, these numbers here, you can read that. It's 1, 19, 20, 27, 30, 35. Sorry. If that called out to you for any reason, or this penny here, that's reading number 1. And this penny here is reading number 2. And with this reading, if you can see the numbers, it's 9, 28, 32, 10, 13, 17. So that's reading number 2. And over here is reading number 3. So there's this penny. And the numbers are 4, 54, 39, 52, 51, and 56. So yeah. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. But these last few days, my voice has been getting better, so probably just 1, 2, or 3 videos tops that my voice will be like this. Pretty soon it'll be back. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with reading number 1. So for those of you just reading number 1, your fortune is a pleasant surprise is in store for you soon. Ooh, wonder what that is. So I'm just gonna ask Spirit more about this pleasant surprise. I'm gonna add all the digits. I'm gonna give these all a designated thing, and I'm gonna reset that right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just gonna add up all the digits. 1 plus 19 is 20. Plus 20 is 40. 67. 97. Plus 35 is 132. And you know, if I add it wrong, oh well, I guess 132 is the number it's supposed to be. So 132, adding those digits together, is, what is that, 6? Since 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to start out with this deck. So, what is this pleasant surprise? What is this pleasant surprise, universe? Ooh. It is about matters of the heart and hope. So, pretty much this pleasant surprise I'm hearing is about dreams for choices of the future regarding your heart. If this is about a person, a pleasant surprise could be a person coming back. A pleasant surprise could be someone new coming into your life. a pleasant surprise could be a job that you've been really looking for, like that goes with your heart, might present itself. Could really be anything, but yeah, again, it's just keeping it pretty ambiguous. It is going to be pleasant, something that you're hoping for. So however that resonates with you. Let's see. What kind of medicine, what kind of energy are you going to have about this? Spider, this is something you create. This is something you've been manifesting into your life. This is something you've been creating into your life. So this is kind of like a well-earned reward, this pleasant surprise. And if a spider reminds you of something, someone, take that as a message, you know. If you're picking up on any sort of hope from this, on what it could be about. Personally, I'm feeling the vibe of love. I'm feeling the vibe of a person. That's what I usually feel with the choices card. But I also do see career with this, with choices and spider. So if you're thinking about like a job that you really, really love and you've been hoping for that, I'm hearing that kind of surprise is in store for you pretty soon. Let's keep on going. I'm gonna use this deck actually. Ooh. And I'm really hearing this is about a person coming towards you. Let's see. The Lovers. Okay. I can't even like deny it at this point. For those of you who chose reading number 1, this is mostly going to be about a person. So yeah, pleasant surprise in store for you soon, and it's about love. So yeah, that's really exciting. Let's see. For those of you that this is not about a person, what can Spirit say about this? Ooh, that it is a very renewing, refreshing energy. This is something that you do not yet have, or rather it's something that your heart has been ready for, but has not been brought into your life yet. So this pleasant surprise is really going to be something new. For those of you who this may not be about a person, kind of chose to do both sides of this. Yeah. And let's see, what is the overall? Overall is so like this is kind of a reminder to not go seeking for it, but rather let it come to you. If that makes sense, because 7 of Pentacles to me is a pretty stagnant energy. And so I'm just hearing just like you may be feeling kind of stuck in your environment, maybe. And so with that, you might be thinking, well, where I'm at, there's no way this could like come to me. But I'm hearing where you're at, actually, yeah. But, and then at the same end of this, that you're right, like there does need to be some sort of change in your physical setting. And again, with Death, another change card, that this like stuck energy it's going to be broken or disrupted rather by whatever this pleasant surprise is. So that's really cool. That's very exciting. Or perhaps it might be a necessary step for this pleasant surprise. So again, with the well-earned or well-deserved reward, this isn't just something that if you were to sit tight and do absolutely nothing, you know, if you did that, I don't think any sort of, well, sometimes pleasant surprises come up, but I hope you know what I mean. It's like you still have to keep creating and working on yourself, creating your destiny, working on kind of breaking out of this 7 of Pentacles energy, wherever that card went. Where did it even go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this like physical stuck energy you're at, whether that's your finances or that you're in a living situation you don't like necessarily want to still be in forever. As long as you're working towards changing this stagnant energy for yourself, the pleasant surprise will come on its own, if that makes sense. So it's like it'll come on its own, but you still have to put in work. It's kind of weird. So yeah, that's reading number 1. Pretty cool. Hope that resonated for you guys. Sending love and light as usual. I'm glad to be back. Peace out. Or, tune in for reading number 2 or 3. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who chose reading number 2, this penny here. Not sure how many of you guys chose this one. But this one is, do not let ambitions overshadow small success. Interesting. Do not let ambitions overshadow small success. So, for those of you who chose reading number 2, I'm getting that you have big dreams, big goals, and maybe your smaller successes, maybe you need to give yourself more credit and feel more proud of those smaller steps. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing that I did in reading number 1 to pick out a deck. So we got deck 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is just to help me start with the deck. So I'm going to add the numbers. 9 plus 28 is 37, 69, 79, 92, 109. 1 plus 0 plus 9 is 10, so it's 1. So we're going to start off with this one. And honestly, that was the vibe I was getting anyway. Ooh, yeah, that. Rebirth, big sudden changes. I'm just going to read this card to you guys. Together, in the middle. So yeah, it says rebirth. Steeped in the mystery of Mesoamerican tribal ritual is a legend of Bat. Akin to the ancient Buddhist belief in reincarnation, in Central America, Bat is the symbol of rebirth. The bat has for centuries been a treasured medicine of the Aztec, Toltec, Tolucan, and Mayan peoples. Bat embraces the idea of shamanistic death. The ritual death of the healer is steeped in secrets and highly involved initiation rites. Shaman death is the symbolic death of the initiate to the old ways of life and personal identity. The initiation that brings the right to heal and to be called shaman is necessarily preceded by ritual death. Most of these rituals are brutally hard on the body, mind, and spirit. In light of today's standards, it can be very difficult to find a person who can take the abuse and come through it with their balance intact. The basic idea of ancient initiations was to break down all the former notions of self that were held by the shaman to be. So, yeah, this is basically about going through a death period, or rather a rebirth. This is a card I strongly resonate with because I really feel it's along my path in my journey on becoming like a full-on shaman, a healer, maybe a Reiki healer, perhaps a Kundalini like helper, master person one day. Obviously not today because I'm not fully awakened yet. But anyways, I'm hearing this path may be for you guys as well. This shaman healing path. And you may be a shaman or a healer, or that may be the journey you are on. Perhaps Kundalini awakening is something that will be along your path as well on this journey. If you have big dreams and you've been taking the steps, the smaller steps, and been having smaller successes, I'm hearing that the death part of this probably already happened. A while back when I first got the medicine cards and I first pulled Bat, I was going through a lot of physical pain and a lot of the initiation basically. And so this card, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a challenge. But I'm hearing that many of you for reading number 2 have already gone through a lot of the pain. Body, mind, and spirit, I think is what the book said. So yeah, that's really cool. With that in mind, let's hear what other energies may be along your journey. So I'm hearing, for those of you who chose reading number 2, that you may be needing or wanting to hear messages more about the path you are on, like, is this the right path for you, etc., etc. I guess I should list things instead of saying etc. It's like, is this the right path for you? Are you having doubts, like, oh, am I doing things quote unquote wrong? Like, should I get off of this path? All that stuff. But I'm hearing that you've been on the right path and that you're just going through this rebirth, kind of like rising from the ashes, like a phoenix phase, stuff like that. So let's hear some other spirit messages from these medicines. Ooh, coyote. So, and I'm gonna put this one back, as well as these 3. Which way do they? This way. So I'm hearing that those of you choose reading number 2, quite often you are like sort of the fate or the creator of your own demise, if that makes sense. Like the whole steamroller thing. It's like coyotes like you create, what's it called? Like the self let me just go into the book. Trickster, it's teaching a lesson about yourself. You trick yourself. You fall into your own trap, but you manage to survive. It's the art of self-sabotage. Yeah, that was the word I was thinking of. So basically with reverse, I'm hearing you've mastered the coyote, basically. And that's a very good thing. I'll read reverse from the book. I get the feeling it's a positive meaning. It may not, but I'm picking up on a positive energy. Yeah, I'm not reading that vibe. So yeah, basically, it's kind of like you are catching yourself with your own sort of like tricks, if that makes sense. Sort of like, I'll use an example. Like, let's say there's someone you're interested in, and you check their social media out of care, but then it hurts you because of what you saw. That would be like self-sabotage. So I'm hearing with Coyote in reverse that you are catching yourself in these things and you've mastered it to the point where you can either do those self-sabotaging acts and just learn from it, or just simply, I don't know, it's kind of like you're aware of your own faults, but you're going to do these things anyways, and you are going through a rebirth. I hope this is making sense. I'll pull one more spirit animal to help me with that message. So dear universe, please help me with this coyote message. Mountain lion. It's like you are, this coyote energy has to do with behind the scenes. It's kind of like you're observing from afar and you're not taking steps forward. I'm hearing not taking steps forward may be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm hearing it's a very honest and open thing. Or maybe perhaps you the truth is, I'm hearing there's a lot that you've been thinking about, that some things that maybe you want to be revealed to you, but you don't want to charge forward to get those answers, and maybe that's very new. That has a lot to do with your rebirth. So I hope these messages are resonating. Let's go ahead and pull some messages here. Believe and succeed. So I'm hearing, yeah, as you do your own thing, I feel like you're really backing off from whatever the situation is. For me, this is about a person, how I'm hearing the messages, but this could be anything. This could just overall be your journey, And it's just that you're just believing in the path you're on, and if you just keep doing that, you will steer yourself towards success. I like how succeed and success have come up twice now. Heal. I'm hearing you are going with the flow, and that's a very healing energy. Let me see which one this is. It's the star, yeah. It's like you're in alignment with like destiny, with your own higher self, your own higher purpose, the divine purpose, this path you're on. Like whatever path you are on, Spirit is trying to assure you that you are on the right path. Because it's your path. So long as you're following your own path, it's the right path for you. So, what other messages could be said about this path? What does this have to do with? What is it that your change, your rebirth has to do with? I'm hearing it's about love. Ten of Pentacles, community, building a life with a person, having something in the physical world to offer to those around you who you care about. That's something that has to do with your big rebirth. So this isn't just about love with one person, but rather love with like your whole community, love with the earth, love with the world. You're trying to bring some gift to the world is what I'm hearing with this big journey that you're on, or path. Ooh, and let's see, these energies, this wanting to know something energy, but you're being in the background or behind the scenes trying to do your own thing. I'm seeing that this is about this is about love and emotions, and that you have been pouring out your heart pretty much to the world, not just yourself but to the world. And by I guess that's the same thing. So by pouring your cup out into the universe, you're pouring it into yourself, and really I'm hearing just like appreciating your body more. And also you have a very mature aspect about this love towards yourself is helping you keep intact the memories of the past regarding a person, or maybe a lot of people. I get a very motherly energy from you, so that's cool. So this being behind the scenes energy has a lot to do with memories. This not coming forward has a lot to do with your own self-love, your own self-worth, self-respect. Pretty much you're not charging forward in this situation because you're putting all that energy and care towards yourself instead. So that's really cool. But what is it that you want to know? Let's see. What is this all about? There's this links, the secrets, where it's like you're not really hearing these, you're not hearing the true messages behind something regarding somebody or some situation. So what could this be about? Ooh, it's this card. Ooh, wishes. Ooh, thoughts. Five of Swords, King of Wands. This is somebody, basically, is what I'm getting. Yeah. This is about a person. This person, if I were to describe them, someone who pretty much just did something to hurt you. Five of Swords is an energy where nobody wins, and it's like, it's just basically their actions or their words or the things they've been doing create this energy as if they're leaving you behind, and it's just a thing that they do. The truth is, though, is that they have a wish, and their wish is to come charging forward towards you. This person is a very passionate person whose words and actions can kind of burn things along their path if they're like just going forward, and like if they're not too careful about it. This coupled with the Five of Swords is a pretty dangerous energy, but overall this is just something about who they are. I'm hearing how they hurt people. This is just what they do when they move on from situations. But even though they're moving on from situations, the truth behind that might be that they still wish to come forward at a time that they can get out of this Five of Swords energy where they hurt people. Five of Swords is very similar to coyote. It's kind of like an unmastered coyote where their words hurt themselves and others. So this is regarding this, like, links this person you might want to come forward to. Yeah. And it's a final message about all of this. Ooh, just keep going with your heart, go with the flow of your emotions, and everything will work out. That's pretty much all I want to say from that. Go with your heart, and success will be around every step of the way. Yeah. Belonging. You are guiding yourself to where you need to be. If you go with your heart and your emotions, hopefully you will feel as though you truly belong. I feel like you're finding your purpose with everything as you're following your heart. So I hope that message resonated with you guys. Sending love and light. Glad to be back. Peace out. So, for those of you who chose reading number 3, 1 second. Sorry. We have this penny over here. Ta-da-da-da. This might be a shorter message because I'm closer to running out of storage space. But it's commitment is what turns a promise into reality. And it's interesting. We got new vitality over here, which is about breathing life back into something. To me, it's a relationship. It's a second go at something. Yeah. I'm going to add these numbers up. 4 plus 54, 58. Plus 39, 97. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then plus 52 is 149. Plus 51 is 200. 256. So 256 is 13. Wow, 13. Going through a rebirth, a big change. So I'm hearing to start with that again. Interesting. I feel like that's all I'm going to take from this. So I'm hearing that you are also, maybe similar to reading number 2, on a path of being a shaman, a healer, Reiki healer. Maybe you're going through Kundalini awakening. Maybe you're just going through an awakening or just a rebirth in general. And this rebirth is guiding you towards someone or something that you are committed to. So I'm going to take this message. I'm hearing right now, you are apart, you're in separation from this person. So for those of you who chose reading number 3, I'm hearing twin flame, I'm hearing soulmate, I'm hearing whoever it is that you're thinking about. I feel this is a person you have already met, and that you want to be sort of reunited. You want to come back together and sort of have another shot at it, pretty much. So, believe and succeed. This came out again. Wow. So believe and succeed is that while you are working on yourself and your own journey as the bat, as your own rebirth, you are guiding yourself towards this outcome where the other person will meet you there as well. So that's very beautiful. This is going to be pretty short messages. Nine of Swords. I'm hearing you got a lot of anxiety about this connection, but I'm hearing to just trust it and to keep going forward. And this is all a part of a rebirth cycle for you, that you are really growing. You are like, it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes is how I see you. Inner strength. Keep with the inner strength. Keep strengthening your heart and yourself and your trust and your love. Everything like that. Have the true strength within to grow and to continue healing. Oops. Time will tell. Only time will tell. That's the message I'm hearing. Wow, Four of Wands is a card of coming together. Two of Cups. These are both twin flame cards. Wow, the King of Swords is charging forward. Moon is unclear energy, and Six of Swords is moving on. So it's like by moving on, oddly enough, moving on from a situation will help you also charge forward in that same situation. Hopefully that made sense. But with Two of Cups and Four of Wands, it's really a coming together. So really your fortune telling is just you and another person. There is going to be a celebration, a union, a coming together, perhaps. You know, that's just what I'm getting with the cards. It sounds like you're going with your emotions, and as long as you go the way you feel, and you keep believing and going on your own path, you will get yourself where you need to go in this connection. Let's hear some additional messages. Grow. You're healing. Yes. You gotta keep going through this rebirth to continue to heal. So in case you don't go back and read reading number 2, I'm gonna read from the book, because the bat is a very intense energy. So I'm hearing, so for those of you who chose reading number 2, it was more so an energy you've already gone through. For those of you choosing reading number 3, I'm hearing that it could be that, but it could also be that you are going to go through a more painful experience. Or we all usually do with the bat card. But here, you'll kind of see what I mean. So bat is rebirth. Steeped in the mystery of Mesoamerican tribal ritual is a legend of bat. Akin to the ancient Buddhist belief in reincarnation, in Central America, bat is the symbol of rebirth. The bat has for centuries been a treasured medicine of the Aztec, Toltec, Tolucan, and Mayan peoples. Bat embraces the idea of shamanistic death. The ritual death of the healer is steeped in secrets and highly involved in initiation rites. Shaman death is the symbolic death of the initiate to the old ways of life and personal identity. The initiation that brings the right to heal and to be called shaman is necessarily preceded by ritual death. Most of these rituals are brutally hard on the body, mind, and spirit. In light of today's standards, it can be very difficult to find a person who can take the abuse and come through it with their balance intact. So yeah, it's a whole initiation process. This kind of death and rebirth tends to be more trying on the body, mind, and soul. All death seems to be that way. So this really is basically the death card. But yeah, though I'm hearing with this song, in fact, while things may be rough, perhaps you maybe have been going through this for such a long time that it's becoming an easy process to go through the death cycle and rebirth. I feel like you're going through many rebirths that are constantly healing you. Wow, 42 and 21. 42 cut in half is 21. So, like, these are my favorite numbers. Yeah. A lot of my favorite numbers happen to be in this side, too.